Well, Fraser, that was a lovely... I like the change of pitch in the middle of that, especially, by the way.
I was running out of wetness on my lips there.
Welcome back to episode 24 of Joga Bonito. Fraser's off moistening up his lips for this one.
Benvenuto or something, what was it?
Have you forgotten already, you're Portuguese?
Yeah.
Well, Luke wasn't here for it. Luke's back.
Yes. He's back, we got him his booster seat.
Back with a bang.
We gave you a good roast in the last one, I don't know if you saw that.
It's been a busy week. I was working, doing some work with Clyde once, so...
Shout out.
Yes, shout out, yes. So that's been the past 2 weeks, so it's been a busy couple of weeks, but we're back. Back with a bang.
Had your beauty sleep ready to go.
That's it, mate.
Hair's looking beautifully brushed.
Could have been better.
Yeah, could have been, but...
It's lovely.
That's that.
It's going to be long on the sides.
To be fair, I'm planning on getting a haircut.
He's a kind of... you're like a bi-weekly haircut man, aren't you?
Yeah.
Every 3 weeks, mate.
Tri-weekly.
Tri-weekly. What are you?
I'm a quad weekly.
Oh, you?
Took me a wee second to
You don't
work
get too short, though, on the sides?
No, I like a four on the sides and then just a little trim on top. Yeah.
4?
But I must say...
I get a 1.
I'm a skin fade anyway.
Skin fade, I can see you being a skin fade kind of. Skin fade's one you need to... They top it up quite regularly, though.
Yeah.
I can go like 4 to 6 weeks or whatever.
4 to 6 weeks? Wow.
Jeez.
Ideally not.
Thoughts on a mullet?
Nah, I was actually having this conversation a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
There's a wee fella on Love Island at the moment. He's got a mullet.
Has he got a mullet? Wow.
Not that I've been watching it, yeah. He's got a mullet. I'm not big. I think I think it was overdone a little bit. I liked it at first.
I actually do. I quite like it. If it's done well,
You gonna go for it?
I'd love to just see if I could see what it would look like, then make the decision. But I'm worried that I would do it and then it would.
Who's your adventurous side, Fraser?
I don't have one. I don't have one at all.
I've got a few mullets in Scottish football robbing me ahead these days.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a mullet. He's got the aura of a guy with a mullet. Get that on silent.
He's got Full Kick FC notifications on. That's a true fan. That's a true fan. All right.
Play the month for July's open.
Who are you voting for?
Big dog. Who's the big dog?
My sister.
Okay.
Let's just talk about Luke's notifications here.
I know.
Right.
Snapchat from the big dog.
Big dog. She was wondering like it came up on my location on Snapchat like where I'd met Morrison's car park.
And she was checking up on you. The big dog was
just
checking up on the
make
wee
sure it
dog.
was okay.
That's his little sister, the big dog. Yeah. I didn't even know you could get Snapchat notifications on your computer. You're a
It's connected to my phone. So.
Snapchat loyalist guy.
Yeah.
For the young crowd.
Yeah, exactly. Me and you are a wee bit too old for that, Callum, aren't we?
I have Snapchat. I don't use it as much regularity. I'm probably more of a WhatsApp man these days.
Yeah, I used to be Facebook Messenger. That's my age. And then obviously it moved to WhatsApp. Now I'm WhatsApp warrior.
WhatsApp warrior.
What's that?
He checks it once a day. That's a lot of dig. That was Luke. Fraser. Slow responder.
Yeah.
Luke's even slower. He doesn't even realise you're a slow responder. I'm just sat here on my phone being like, when are we going to record? Right, it's the Premiership Preview today.
Yes.
And we've got a big day today because we're heading off for a special event at Hampden today.
Yeah, we
cannot
wait. All will be revealed in the future.
Well,
can we reveal it now?
No, I think we can reveal it.
Well, by the time this is out, it'll be out. But let's just keep a bit of mystery. Let's get people looking for it. What we're being at today. But yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Big invite.
Let's just say keep an eye on the socials.
We could say that.
Let's just say that.
Yeah.
But I've got nervous butterflies. Have you?
I'm a bit nervous.
I don't get nervous, but I'm starting to get
some
shape.
big names in Scottish football will be there. Some big personalities, some quite overpowering personalities. We're gonna.
But nothing's been proved.
Well, I know. So it's when an immovable force meets a what is it? What's that?
Oh, a movable object.
Yeah.
Immovable force.
It.
Unstoppable force meets the immovable object.
Yeah.
The immovable force. What's an immovable force? A force that doesn't move.
Yeah, that's true. Actually.
Not a very good force.
So yeah, very excited.
You're a long way from home. This is Brazil.
James McFadden scores for Scotland. The afternoon belongs to Lewis Vaughan. Make it 3. It's 3-0. An absolute classic from Stephen Kingsley. Do you believe it? Paul McHugh. It had to be him. There's McTominay. Oh, what a head from Scott McTominay. Listen to this place. Hampden Park is rocking once again.
24 episodes into Joga Bonito, we thought we need a little facelift, so I hope you guys all enjoyed that introduction. And of course, we were always gonna let you know where we were headed off to after recording the podcast. We were at no other than Hampden Park for the William Hill season kickoff party, and we got to meet some fantastic people. We got an interview with Craig Telford that will come out next week, but keep watching for a quick chat with Gordon from the Tartan Scarf and the one and only Eilidh Barbour. We're honoured to get a chance to catch up with the two of them at the event. The SPFL kicks off tonight as Arbroath host Ayr United in the Scottish Championship. We couldn't be any more excited, but that's enough talking. Let's jump into the interviews.
So I'm with Eilidh Barbour here at the SPFL warm-up event. Eilidh, you've got a chance to speak with Chris and Charlie Adam. How is it? How are you excited for the season ahead?
I can't wait. I mean, I've got a very different season ahead given that I'm a St Johnstone fan, and so my focus is going to be primarily on the Championship this season, but obviously from a work point of view, the Premiership, which I'm really looking forward to. I think every season we go into, there's teams where you think, oh, they might do something, they might do this, and they always surprise us one way or the other, whether it's over-exceeding our expectations or whether they underachieve what we expect. So I think it's really interesting always with two teams coming up from the Championship because you don't quite know what they're going to bring. Falkirk have been so exciting over the last few years. Can they do it in the top flight? And then with Russell Martin coming in at Rangers, new manager at Hearts, Hibs trying to build on last season, new manager at Motherwell, means new managers everywhere. So it's an exciting season. I think it's going to be one that maybe ebbs and flows a little bit at the beginning whilst teams find their feet under new management with huge turnover of players as well across most of the teams in the league. So really looking forward to it getting started.
And you mentioned there you're obviously you're a big St Johnstone fan. My allegiance is live with Ayr United, so I hope you don't win the league, but your thoughts are you optimistic that they can do it?
Well, I am, but that's probably because I went to the game on Saturday against Elgin, which I think is the first time I've ever seen us score 8. In fact, I don't know if we've ever scored 8 before in a game. So I'm perhaps a little bit skewed on that. It was also poor 10 men of Elgin because they got their keeper sent off after about 10 minutes. So maybe skewed my expectations a little bit. But listen, I actually do feel quite confident. I think the signings that have been made are good for the league. They're not necessarily ones that are maybe going to get you massively excited, but a lot of players who know the Championship and who will be desperate to get themselves into the top flight as well. So there'll be a lot of hunger there, I hope. Ross County are obviously going to be a big challenge, but we play them second game, so given our League Cup campaigns, maybe we can catch them still trying to find their feet, because we look like we've gelled quite well over the League Cup campaign. So I'm pleasantly optimistic for a change going into a season, and I would just love to get back quickly. It took us 6 years last time that we got relegated, and they were quite painful years at times. So it'd be lovely to bounce back.
And on the squad, you've obviously touched on the fact you've made a few good signings. You've got some really good players, Mackenzie Kirk, Uche Piezu, Stevie Mallon, etc. You've got a really experienced squad. Is there any player for you think is going to be the star man going into the season?
I don't know, because it's difficult for me to judge on a game against 10 men, but I think Josh McPake's looked really lively. He also was quite lively at the end of last season. He came on to a decent game. He hadn't played a lot of football last season, so he definitely had a few good games at the end of last season, and he's looked really bright in the game that I saw. Jamie Gullen, I think, is a handful. I think there's a couple of guys at the back who look really solid, which has been a problem for us. It was pretty much all lone players we had at the back last season, and then we've still got Mikulic come back from his knee injury. So I feel reasonably optimistic about how the squad's shaped up. And like you said, we've got Mackenzie Kirk, who's got pace. Adama Sidibe's still there with pace. Uche can come off the bench, which is what he's been doing. I'm sure he would love to start, but he's been coming off the bench and just offers a completely different dynamic up front. So I like the fact there looks like there's goals in the team and also a bit of solidity. So fingers crossed that all works in our favour.
Well, I think all Championship fans of every other team there are sitting listening to this absolutely quaking in their boots with the players that you've just listed up there.
Simo's Army, come on.
Some serious attacking threat there. So I hope it's a good season. I'm sure it will be a good season. As an Ayr United fan, I hope you come second, but we'll see how that goes. So
we'll win and you can come up via the playoffs. How about that?
I'll take that for sure. Well, thank you very much. If you don't mind, we'll do a quick challenge, if that's okay. So Eilidh, we're going to do your Mount Rushmore of SPFL players or Scottish players of all time. So would you take it away? Who's your first player for your Mount Rushmore?
First player was just an absolute legend of mine growing up, like the centre midfield linchpin, Nick Dazovic, the Canadian long-haired heavy metal fan who just was part of it's not the most successful St Johnstone team because I don't know if you know, we've won a few cups recently.
I'm familiar with that, yes.
But that successful team that finished third, got into Europe, played Monaco, he was for me like that kind of icon of that team, and would have to put him in.
He goes down as a cult hero, I think, for sure.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't think many other people would put Nick Dazovic in their Mount Rushmore, but Dazovic is going in for me.
Well, that's the beauty of this. This is your Mount Rushmore. So, number 2, who's going in?
Well, growing up in my generation, it's pretty difficult not to put Henrik Larsson in. I think anybody who watched Scottish football, like in my generation, would say that he's probably the best striker we've ever seen in Scotland. I don't know if we'll ever see anybody better, to be honest, and the fact that he was here for a pretty long time as well, all things considered. So Larsson goes in, so I have to balance it up, obviously, and it's actually quite easy, this one, because I used to watch a lot of football with my granddad, and it was obviously Celtic and Rangers that were on the telly. And my gran walked in one day, and I used to love watching him play, but Brian Laudrup was doing Brian Laudrup things, and my granny said to me, "What a lovely guy. I'm sure he'd make a wonderful dancer." And that is kind of how he played football. I loved watching Laudrup play. So I would definitely put Brian Laudrup in there. Like, there have been so many iconic players, like, over my generation watching football. You know, you look at the Gazas and the players like that came in, but Brian Laudrup was a beautiful player to watch play. So he goes in.
Yeah. And to round it off, your fourth.
To round it off, who else but Stevie May? Come on, it's got to be, the date on the shirt, May 17, the Scottish Cup win, the goals against Aberdeen in the semi-final. Just what an icon. He's local lad, came through the club, bided his time with a gazillion loans, and then just came and was what a couple of seasons he had, but that Scottish Cup winning season 2014, and then to come and win the double. I mean, 3 trophies as a St Johnstone player, like, superb, and I hope he does well at Livingston, because I still look out for him, still watch him, but his family are all big St Johnstone fans, so that was he has to go in. Stevie May has to go in.
Maybe one day, if you get promoted this season, he might come back, who knows?
He might come back. I mean, how amazing for him to leave St Johnstone to go to the league above us.
Well, I know.
He's flipped round, but no, listen, I'm glad he's still playing and still fit and still finding goals. I mean, scoring from the halfway line, or his own half, I think it was actually in the pre-season friendly. So he's got a little bit of magic still in those feet. So
Well, that Mount Rushmore has a mix of everything. Nick Dazovic, Henrik Larsson, Brian Laudrup and Stevie May. Not bad.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Eilidh.
Thank you.
Cheers. So I'm here with Gordon, otherwise known as the Tartan Scarf.
The Tartan Scarf, yes.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about the Tartan Scarf and your love for Scotland, I guess?
Yeah, 100%. So I started the Tartan Scarf 5 years ago now, 2019, even longer ago than that. I started it when Steve Clarke got the job as Scotland manager, because as long as I've been a Scotland fan, and I've been a Scotland fan since watching them at France 98 in the World Cup, I had never been more convinced that a manager was going to be successful for Scotland. So I thought, I want to jump on this, I want to live every moment of it, I want to create content, I want to get the word out that supporting Scotland is class, because it's been a big part of my life for as long as I can remember, since I was, like I said, 9 years old watching France 98, and I thought, good times are coming. And one of the only times I've had a prediction come right, because we've had quite a lot of good times.
Exactly, we have, and the teams maybe had a little bit of a sticky patch, but what are your thoughts going into the World Cup qualifiers? We've got a lot of players coming back from injury.
We do. I mean, look, let's be real here. Like, what we have ahead of us is the best chance to go to a World Cup since France 98. The group we have, 4 teams in the group, 6 matches across 3 months. It's a short sprint. This is a great opportunity. I mean, up against, Denmark and Greece are decent sides, but we showed last year in the Nations League that we can compete at the top level. We can compete against these big teams. And, all we need to do, we need to get back that spirit that took us to Euro 2024. That squad that won the first 5 qualifiers in a row. Something, by the way, that no Scotland team had ever done before.
Yeah.
You know, we've been at this international game for 150 years. We have a lot of history here. They'd never won our first 5 qualifiers. And we did that then. I think we can get back to that. I think that can take us to the World Cup.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm excited, but I think you've made me more excited at that. And who do you see being the sort of key players for Scotland? We've got Aaron Hickey coming back from injury. I think that's a big one. You've got Ben Doak hopefully coming back from injury as well. He played such a key part in our success in the Nations League. So who do you see for Scotland? There's the obvious players as well. You can go with that if you like. But who are you most excited to see in September?
Yeah, I'd look 100%. I mean, again, a little while ago, I looked back at the first Scotland squad that Steve Clarke called up for his first qualifiers. There was only one outfield player with more than 30 caps in that squad, and it was Charlie Mulgrew, who was obviously kind of at the latter stages of his career. Yeah. He took over a team that had very little experience of playing together. I think at that time, I looked at teams like Northern Ireland that would have a lot of success because they had a core group of players that would play together all the time. Yeah. I think that consistency is the most successful thing that Steve Clarke did for Scotland. The fact that we now have guys with 80, 70, 60 caps all through that team. They know how to play together. Most importantly, they know how to win together. I think, obviously it's easy to look at your guys like Robertson, Tierney, McGinn, McTominay, but like you say, I think something Steve Clarke's been so successful with is that constant refreshing of the team. There's always new players coming in. I thought Lewis Ferguson stepped up a little bit in recent games. But like you say, Ben Doak is that really, really exciting. He's that lightning spark. The fact that you've got a kid who's only a teenager going up against guys like Josko Gvardiol, worth tens of millions of pounds, and he is terrorising him at Hampden against Croatia. Having a player in the team that just has that amount of pace and just that fearlessness that he can go up against anyone a little bit. You don't want to damn him by the comparison, but if you remember the Ian Robin situation where you know what he's going to do, he knows what he's going to do, he's going to cut inside, you can't stop him. Yeah. Ben Doak has that bit about him. You know he's going to burn past you, you know he's going to get the byline, but that doesn't mean you can stop it. And I think that's an exciting thing to have in our team to really stretch the play.
And on that, on a slightly more negative note, who's the biggest threat? You see, obviously you mentioned Denmark and Greece, and we saw what Greece could do to us back in last season. So who do you see as the biggest threat to us? Who do you think is going to pose the biggest threat to Scotland in our qualification hopes?
So I think obviously the way the fixtures have panned out, the fact that we start with Denmark away from home, we start with the top seed away from home, that's always traditionally the hardest game. In our last 2 full qualifying campaigns that Steve Clarke's had, the only game we've lost is away from home against the top seed. Obviously it was Spain last time and Denmark actually the time before. So I think we need to make sure that we ideally don't lose that game in Copenhagen, and then also I think we've got Belarus in the next game, so that's really, we need to win. We need to make sure we get the points on the board early, so we're not in a position at the end of the group where we desperately need to get as many wins as possible. So I think Denmark are a decent side, Greece are a decent side, but frankly I think they'll look at us and they'll think we're a decent side as well. They wouldn't have fancied pulling us out of the pot either.
Exactly, and I have to agree, and I think those 3 teams look incredibly evenly matched, and if Scotland, as you say, we maybe didn't show ourselves in the greatest light at home to Greece a few months ago, but if we get our best players back and fit and starting and firing in all cylinders, then who knows, I think we've got a real good chance. And we're here at the William Hill warm-up event, SPFL warm-up event. Season starts next week. Who are the Scottish players that you're most looking forward to seeing sort of plying their trade in the SPFL?
Oh, it's a really good question. Give me 2 seconds. You will have to edit this.
Well, you've got Lennon Miller, Kieran Bowie.
Yeah.
But Finlay Curtis is, he's so. There's a lot of good young talent. Lyle Cameron as well. Not really.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think. Look, obviously, it's exciting to see a young guy like Finlay Curtis. Obviously, not many first team games under his belt, but what a sign of intent from the new manager at Rangers, Russell Martin, in his first competitive game in charge, in a massive must-win Champions League qualifier, to put him in up front. Obviously, rewarded him with a goal there, which is really exciting. And then, obviously, like you said, we saw Lennon Miller make his full Scotland debut at the end of the season there, and I think again for a teenager to come into a Scotland team that, like we said, is so well established, and these are very experienced guys who have dozens and dozens of caps among them. For a young guy to come in, start his first game and look like he's been there for a long time, I think that's so impressive. Obviously, whether he's still at Motherwell come the end of the transfer window, we don't know yet. But I think he's shown the benefit as well of staying in Scotland, because again, I think a lot of times you see young guys, especially teenagers, they maybe make the move too early. They make the move down south, they go into an academy team, into an under-23 team, and their development stalls a little bit. They struggle to make that breakthrough at first team level, whereas he's stayed in Scotland. He's got a lot of first team appearances for Motherwell, and that shows the benefit. So he may be young, but he's experienced on the pitch, which is great to see.
Yeah, and there's great young players coming through for Scotland. So James Wilson as well, we've not even touched on him. So yeah, really exciting season coming up, and we'll be watching. Gordon, aka the Tartan Scarf, I've got a challenge for you, or a little game for you. I'd like you, as possibly the nation's most die-hard Scotland fan, if that's not unfair to say. Pretty accurate.
Okay, I'll take it.
You are the Tartan Scarf.
Yeah.
So if you can tell us your top 3 Scotland moments supporting Scotland.
Top 3 Scotland moments, right? I would say 2014 Germany away. First, it was Germany's first game after winning the World Cup. Yep. The first Euros qualifying for Euro 2016, we went away from home to Germany. Obviously, you can't get a harder task than the team that has literally just won the World Cup. Played them away from home, and I went there. We stayed in Dusseldorf, went to the game in Dortmund. Obviously, the Westfalenstadion, the yellow wall. It's got such great history in the game. And obviously, as much as we lost the game, being there to see Akechi Anya, who was like a real cult hero for the Tartan Army, score past Manuel Neuer was just absolutely incredible. A couple of years ago, I had the good fortune of getting to meet Akechi Anya, and obviously, because he's based out in England, I'm not sure he quite appreciates just how beloved he is among Scotland fans. I spent a good half an hour just telling him, remember that game, and remember that game, and remember that game, and it was just a really nice way to just catch up with him, and what a great guy he was. I would also say 2013, I think it was, when we played England at Wembley in the friendly under Gordon Strachan, and that was obviously the first time since the playoffs for Euro 2000 that we'd played England, so it had been such a long time since we played them. We took a massive support down to London, spent the full day round Trafalgar Square. It was absolutely incredible. The atmosphere of the game was something else, and then obviously we took the lead twice in the game, which again at that time was a real shock. I don't think any of us expected that we'd do that well at Wembley, so that was just a phenomenal moment to see. But then obviously, like, more recently, like, again, I could reel off a dozen moments under this Steve Clarke team that have been, again, among my favourite moments being a Scotland fan. I think if I had to pick out just one, I would probably say the qualifier that we played against Israel. Obviously, that was not long after the Euros, and obviously we qualified for Euro 2020 under COVID, so the fans hadn't had the chance to come together and fully enjoy how good the team had become, and that was one of the first sold-out games we had post-Euros, and obviously as a game it had everything. We went behind, we equalised, we went behind, we missed a penalty, Lyndon Dykes scored the most ludicrous karate kick goal that VAR ruled out, the ref ruled out, VAR ruled it back in again, and then obviously McTominay scored his first goal for Scotland to win the game with the last minute, and then the celebrations post-match were just among the best I've ever seen at Hampden, because it was just that outpouring of joy that this is a class team and we're having great moments. And obviously McTominay's gone on to score so many goals for Scotland, but you'll never forget your first. Yeah,
well, exactly. And I was at that match, and honestly, that's one of my highlights in football. I think I'm glad the first two were losses. Yeah, so I know. We've had a lot of wins as well. We've had a third one was a win, but it's funny you say that, because the Akechi Anya goal in Germany that's a huge moment. Yeah. And then that goal, Kenny Miller's goal at Wembley, was quite something, especially in an era when Scotland weren't quite as good as they are now. But again, that's what I try and drum home all the time, is that through my teens and through my 20s, all I had as a Scotland fan were those fleeting moments. Exactly. The fleeting moments that never amounted to anything. Like Lee Griffiths' 2 free kicks against England were incredible, but then we draw the game. So we don't even win the game, we don't qualify for the tournament. Whereas now, this generation of young people growing up, they have a Scotland team that have not only won matches, they've qualified for tournaments as well. They've been successful. Beating Spain in the last campaign at home was unbelievable, but they have raised the bar for a Scotland team. So that's just been the most
pleasing thing to see.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm excited for the World Cup qualifiers, and I'll see you in America next year.
Let's do it.
Cheers.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Just want to finish off this segment by saying a huge thank you to the William Hill warm-up for having us along at this event at Hampden Park, as well as Eilidh and Gordon for their fantastic interviews. We're still a very young podcast, so to be along at events like this means so much to us, and we're delighted to be able to bring you some content from it. But for now, we're going to jump straight back into our Scottish Premiership preview, and as we mentioned before, stay subscribed so you can catch that interview with Craig Telfer next week.
We're gonna unpack the Premiership ahead of the bigs kick off this
You
weekend.
could say the big dogs.
Big goals. So obviously we did an episode sort of highlighting each Premiership team in a bit more detail a few weeks ago before we started our previews for every single division. That doesn't mean we weren't going to do the Premiership for this. We've got our parameters for this: winner, surprise package, bottom place, and a player to watch again. So we've got to stick to that. We're going to go for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Right, should we? So if you want a bit more detail, if you don't hear too much about your team, in all fairness, we do need to apologise to fans of Hearts for the. I was going to say farts of hands. Fans of Hearts, because we did the episode highlighting one thing for each team. The thing for Hearts was what they're going to do about Lauren Shankland. The day after we did it, or actually the day we edited it, I think, the rumours started saying Shankland's going to re-sign, by the way. So we just had to cut that. So we'll have a bit of Hearts chat today. And if you want to hear a bit more about your team, jump to that episode, because we would have covered them in a bit more detail. But we'll start off.
There will be some Hearts chat today. Obviously, it looks back, so
Yeah, and obviously we're going to start off our league winners. So it could be some Hearts chat there, perhaps.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. But Dell taking the team
They
forward.
look decent so far, and I know they played Dumbarton and
Stirling,
but they're looking good so far.
gonna-
Absolutely
It was a
turned
pro-
over Sunderland, so
It was a promising World Cup campaign, and as you say, Sunderland as well. So
exactly.
it's an exciting time. So
Reason to be optimistic, and I was saying to Luke before we started it, my least favourite thing in the world right now is seeing Hearts fans just like clearly utterly rattled by Hibs fans being in Europe, and like Hibs fans being like, we're on a European tour, and they're like, oh, it's one game and all that, and I'm like, just let them have their moment.
we had it the
clearly
past
so-
few seasons. So.
You've got Falkirk notifications,
Right,
right?
very good.
But they're all so many Hearts fans I've seen. This won't be every Hearts fan, but clearly just salty. One of my best pals like, messages in just being about how like Tim Potter all is and all that. I'm like, just let them enjoy it.
I know.
There's no excuse. And obviously Hibs fans are giving it back a bit, being like, oh, we're off in Denmark and you're in Stirling, whatever, like next to the sewage plant. But like, yeah, they deserve their chance to give it because they gave plenty back. Hearts had a whole song, didn't they? Watching Gorgie on a Thursday night. Hibs at home because they're fucking shite. Right? They sang that for ages, so Hibs can give it back a little bit. We'll touch on Hearts for a bit. Start off with our league winner. Who are you guys going for?
I feel like you need to be wearing this, Callum.
Oh, that was going to be my surprise reveal.
Sorry.
I've had my rant. Right,
Right,
audio listeners. Right, forget what you just heard.
Yeah.
No, winners. I'm going to go for Celtic.
Yeah, I think
Any shocks there?
not really. No, I think I'm gonna have to do the same. To be honest.
Yeah, I'm going to go Celtic.
Good
However,
to get that out of the way.
and we'll touch on this later. Rangers are looking decent, and Russell Martin, I think, will do good things. But
Yeah.
Look forward to it. Could be a bit more pressure coming on this year, perhaps. Then obviously, I feel like this is a Celtic chat. We've said that they're all going to win, but it's also just as much a Rangers chat, of course. Do you think it's probably a case of closing down that gap at the top of the table this season?
yeah,
That was actually what I was just trying to say. The closing the gaps quite important. I think just being competitive. I think is what Rangers fans will be looking for the most, and trying to like they probably want to be winning every single Old Firm, but I think this is a season that they do have a chance that they maybe could like compete to a higher standard.
yeah. I think I agree. I don't think there's any Rangers fan that thinks they're going to win the league this season. If we
Oh, there will be.
No, there's a
Trust me, there will be.
I've spoken to a few.
You have? Go on.
That they have. They've just predicted that. It's so funny because there's been some that are like, oh yeah, we're going to finish in the bottom six, and then and then there's ones that are going to be like, oh yeah, we're going to be all the way up there, and we're going to be going toe to toe for Celtic until final day. Like
I think any reasonable Rangers fan, no reasonable Rangers fan thinks they're going to win the league. Just there's too much of an overhaul going on. Russell Martin coming in with his new style. I don't think, and based on the last couple of seasons, I don't think any reasonable Rangers fan thinks that they're going to win the league. However, I think now there's a lot more optimism based on pre-season signings, youth prospects that are coming through as well. We can touch on that later. It's looking a lot more optimistic. And on the flip side of that, Celtic, there's a couple of Celtic fans not too enamoured with their sort of pre-season.
Well, my next question would be, do you think Celtic are better than they were last season? Because they've lost, obviously Kieran Tierney coming in is an obvious check of the box, but end of the day, we're talking about left back there as well, of course, so maybe, a huge addition, of course, but match-winning quality of Nicholas Kuhn being lost as well is a big loss.
Yeah, I've not seen enough of the Swedish boy Nygren.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure the pronunciation there.
Nygren.
Yeah. Careful that one there.
I know. I haven't actually heard it pronounced, but I think the Swedish should pronounce that like Nygren, maybe. We'll see. We'll go with Nygren just for safe purposes. Maybe edit out my attempt at the start. But I've not seen much of him, but he looks, obviously his CV looks really good.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he'll come in probably like a Nicholas Kuhn. And I'm sure in maybe a couple of seasons he could quite easily be in the same sort of ballpark as Nicholas Kuhn. But yeah, as you say, like he was one of their best players. When he's on song, he was crucial to their attack. So
it kind of fell off a bit towards the end of the season.
Yeah, probably looking towards a transfer. But I don't think they're worse off. As you say though, I don't think they're any better off. Mm-hmm. But I think they were far enough ahead of Rangers that, not in the Old Firm games, that in saying that, however, because Rangers kind of had their number, but
toe for toe in those games, didn't they? Yeah.
But in terms of the whole outlook of a season, Celtic are quite far ahead of Rangers, so I think they would need to do a lot. I think, and they've not done that. Rangers haven't brought in any like really marquee signings either. They look like they've recruited well and quite smartly and in line with what Russell Martin's looking for, but I just think, I think the gap is a little bit much, but I think I think Celtic fans will be a little bit uncomfortable at times this season because it's looking positive for Rangers, and it's at Celtic maybe. Yeah, I think maybe fans are looking for a little bit more. So, but I think they'll have enough.
Yeah, I reckon so. And Brendan Rodgers' Celtic team is always going to be consistent. The one thing Rangers won last season was consistent, dropping points at home to teams they shouldn't have been, the Motherwells or the Wolds and all that. Games they'd want to be winning. Especially need to probably just focus on making Ibrox a fortress, I suppose, again this year. And probably a few sensitive souls in that change room this year, as there should be, because they took a bit of a batter in last season in the press from their own manager, saying there's only one or two players in there that's worthy of the shirt. That's not going to be easy for a squad to get over, and obviously if they could pull something off brilliant this season, then that's great for them, but it might be a year of building on for the future, and Russell Martin, I agree, I think he's the right man to take them forward if they are able to stick and maybe just be a bit patient this year.
I think they need time, as well. They're always very quick to jump on his back and tell him to leave, so I think just kind of give him time and give him that patience, because it is a new style of playing. It looks like a new identity for Rangers. So.
Right. And we're certainly not a Rangers Celtic podcast on, so we'll move on to the next bits on this. But best player in the league, who do you think it could be? Is Nicholas Raskin maybe too wild a shout to say he could be best player in the league this coming year?
Not at all. No, I think he is an incredibly good player. Will he be at Rangers at the start of the season? I think it looks like he will be, but him and Diamande, I know there's been question marks over the two of them, but it looks like, and fair play to Rangers, it looks like they've got an asking price for him, for the two of them, and they're not going to budge on that, which absolutely they should. That's the position that any team in Scotland should take. So no, I think Raskin looks like a really good player. Is he the best player in the league?
I'm just putting that out there.
I think
this is what Rangers fans might be saying in the pub, that kind of Rangers fan.
Yeah,
it could be.
It could be. I don't think he is right now.
Yeah,
but he could be. I think if you look at now, Nicholas Kuhn's gone. He
got to put that the respect on Callum McGregor's name is probably
exactly.
Just
I think.
There was I should have heard the troll. Jumping in the Callum McGregor chat. I trolled the other night saying Callum McGregor's time's up at Celtic and he should move on. Which
all these shouts you give us from Clyde One, where people are calling it, they're just absolute awful shouts.
Yeah. That's why we leave as much as we like Clyde One, we're not slagging them at all. Some of the callers that come in, we'll leave that chat there.
That's a horrendous shit.
Apart from producer Jack calls up Clyde One, but
it's a bit the fun.
The People's Pundit, Jack McLaughlin. Right, should we move on to surprise packages this season?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Who are you guys going for?
I'm going to go for Hearts.
Did you see that?
Shock.
As in, they're going to get relegated?
No. I think they're going to be up there. I think they're going to get that momentum back, and I think Big Dale's going to take them to third.
We'll get on to these. Who's yours?
Livingston.
I'm going to change mine. I was going to originally go for Dundee United to be a bad package, but also bad package. The more I've been thinking about it, I don't know if people are expecting a huge amount from Dundee United in the league this season, since they've got an entirely new squad.
Yeah.
So I'm going to change it because Luke's not done it. I'm going to do it for Luke. I'm going to say Falkirk.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Falkirk Benz.
Respectable.
I know, I like that. That's an interesting. A lot of love for the ex-championship teams. We're just a championship podcast. aren't we?
Championship.
We love the championship.
Cool and Hearts
I love
next
it.
championship
I love it
seems
so
a bit
much.
wild.
I love it so much that I missed it last week.
What'd you? Oh, sorry.
Oh, the championship episode. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all for that. I would say that's maybe less of a surprise in Livingston, just on.
Probably, yeah. I think people are expecting something from Falkirk, but
Yeah.
I'm still just going to put them because they're a new team in the league. So
Yeah.
we'll do the Hearts chat first, I think.
Yeah, get
Jump up to the high end of the table. So I would say Hibs certainly look like the more solid shout for third, but European football will be tough on them. Aberdeen,
Yeah, I think so.
same shout. If Hibs, who knows what's going to happen to Hibs' European campaign. Good at time of recording, certainly a good draw last week against Michelin, but see what goes on with that. But you think Hearts will go one better and claim that third position?
Yeah, I think so.
So that's your shout. You think Hearts
Yeah, I
are
think so, yeah.
finishing third?
It's not wild at all. They've started
Yeah,
with
no,
quality and they've
yeah.
added nicely to a solid core.
It's just looking a nice squad. I think it's looking like it's going to be a promising
Yeah.
season. I know that it is early days. It's the League Cup, and you're playing that. With all due respect, you're playing the likes of Dumbarton, Stirling Albion, and Dunfermline. But I think because
With due respect.
I know no one's ever said anything followed by or started off anything saying all due respect, meaning genuine respect.
but like, I think that they do have a look like an exciting squad that can compete at the high end of the table.
Who's exciting you in that squad?
Oh, it's the Portuguese fella, but
We'll get onto that.
yeah,
But
which is
just in general,
in general. I think there's a lot to be excited about. I like Stuart Finley's his addition, to be honest.
he's just solid, isn't he?
Yeah. And he's apparently looked pretty good as well in every League Cup game so far. So
You could even say best signing for Hearts. Maybe McInnes.
yeah, even just
Is that fair
yeah.
to say?
I think just the manager that knows the league, and
Yeah.
I think there's a lot to be excited about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see when we're in December and Blessbill's playing centre mid or something like that. James Wilson left mid or something. I don't know, the squad gets stretched or something.
Well, he's got experience playing on the wing from his Scotland.
Thanks, Steve. Yeah.
Thanks, Steve, for that.
I think, I agree. I think, a lot of it might depend on Shankland staying more, I was going to say not even fit, just getting confident again, really in front of goal. If he just gets himself in the box, that's where he's at his best, rather than crucially playing him as a number 10 a lot of the time. And you like to get him on the ball, of course you do, but when he's just in and around the box, he'll get goals. That's guaranteed.
And he has got quite a few over the first.
Yeah, it looks like he could be getting back. And even the video of him being unveiled as a Hearts player, it looks like there is a kind of pressure off his shoulders.
Yeah,
now.
He's
There's a weight off his
excited.
shoulders
He's
that
excited to be back.
Now he can focus on football, and he's
He's got his money.
Do you know how much he's on?
No, I don't.
Come on, you're in the know, man.
I don't.
You've got all these connections. You can't tell us stuff
No,
like
I
that.
don't
The
know.
attack excites me. The one thing I'd say for Hearts, I don't know if Hearts will get to a point again where there's just, if it's not too different from last season where it's just a bit frustrating, maybe still seeing. I like him as a player, by the way. I've just heard Hearts fans a bit frustrated, like Forrest and Spittle on the wings and being sort of the only couple of options out there in terms of creativity. Maybe just need a bit more,
Yep.
an extra option or two
But I
quality.
think there has been a lot. I don't actually. They've signed a guy that's I think he's an Albanian international.
Yes, from the third tier in Italy.
Yeah, so
He scored a bucket loads of goals for them.
Yeah, so
What's his name again?
I'll try to-
I
that
saw
was
that
the
and he
latest
looks-
addition, and then there's another winger that we signed as well. Can't remember his name, and he's been scoring quite a few. He scored against Sunderland at the weekend. So
Yeah, and Claudio Braga as well can get up there on the wing. It just feels like time and time again in these last few seasons, Hearts fans been like, right, we've got to move on from Alan Forrest, and then December comes around and absolutely hanging your hat on him for a bit of pace and directness on the wing. So it would be good to see.
but I think there's a lot more depth
Yeah, I think so.
this coming season.
Well, certainly without the European workload in there as well, that depth's more felt. And obviously a third place finish, certainly at least a cup run I think would be massive for him.
Yeah, definitely.
For Hearts, sorry, at least maybe a cup final at least would be brilliant. Definitely. You know, and a good successful first season.
Because they were so close to that last year
for Derek. Right, well, we'll move on to the other end of the table. Fraser's just doing a bit of final.
Yeah, sorry, I'm looking. Can you?
Yeah, it was this right here.
Can I read this?
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but
that's a different conversation. Because
I assume he's Greek.
Who was it that came in? Cartoon, was it, in last season? He's away, isn't he? 'Cause he was on loan, and like players like he came in and he looked really good when I saw him, but just didn't make an impact.
Strode a brace against Dundee to send us to the semi-final.
Just tailed off a little bit at times. So, right, we'll move on to the other end of the table. You've gone for Livingston to be your surprise, and I think this is a horrible battle we could continually have about Livingston being good or not as a Premiership team. We'll come on to this chat. I'll start with Falkirk chat first. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say they're a surprise package. There'll be people out there saying Falkirk surprise package to finish top 6. I'm not gonna say that. I think that's a bit. I think there'll be a bit of a surprise package, as people won't really know what to expect from Falkirk. If you know John McGlynn's teams, you know how they play. There is this thing about them being a team that passes and plays out all the time and very much stick to their style of play. Could be a bit plan A and not really having a plan B at times. I think that was certainly a frustration about John McGlynn in his second spell at Rafe at times. Just wouldn't mix it up sometimes, and Falkirk had that struggle towards the end of last season. Didn't have a great record either against teams at the top of the league, and I'm sort of talking myself out of saying they're a surprise package right now. I think, you know, they could be comfortable. 7th, 8th in the league kind of finish would be really successful, I think, for Falkirk this season. They do have the quality to upset teams, and they'll try and play football, which I think's a really big advantage. Brian Graham, I think he's got goals in him as well. I still do think he's got goals at Premiership level, can get to double figures perhaps, and make that sort of difference. Maybe 1 or 2 extra players will come in here and then, but I trust John McGlynn to get it right overall. If he does need to mix it up at some point, I do think he's got that in his locker as well. It's a criticism he's received a lot, and probably fairly so, that he doesn't mix it up enough, but I do think he can, and a lot of that's based on, you look at his first spell at Rafe, you're going back over 15 years now, I suppose, but he's someone that he can adapt. It takes his time. You know, he's a bit of an older manager. He's not I don't think he's like a dinosaur at all, though, you know, because his team's back 15 years ago at Rafe. I'm remembering this as like a 9-year-old, but it was a lot of 4-4-2, big man, small man up top, direct football. He goes away, comes back, works at Celtic under Brendan Rodgers for a while, and comes back with this new philosophy, basically, and it's lovely.
Crazy.
Yeah, and we played Falkirk away in the Cup last season at Rafe Rovers, of course. Beat them in extra time. Dylan Easton scored penalty, and we looked really good. We just hassled them and got at them, as Barry Robson teams do. They just run and hassle opposition. And you know what John McGlynn did the week after? He switched to a back 3, played long ball, brutalist football, and generally just bullied us and won the game, and capitalised on a couple of mistakes, and probably showed, you know what, yeah, he does have a plan B. He does need to go into it, and over the course of a season, you might slowly start to see that. But I do think they've got the quality to upset teams, and certainly at home they'll fancy themselves the stadium, as you call it. Of course, Luke, it's going to be. I think it'll be rocking every single week, and that's what most stadiums in the Premiership should be like. And Falkirk will come up and show. Look, there've been a lot of attendance FC over the last few years boasting about that, but I do think this year you'll see it, and it'll make a difference. It'll be packed. Games against your Motherwells, Kilmarnocks of the world, teams they can be competing with that home support as well. I think that's going to be massive for them. But Fraser, you've gone for Livingston, and we've had this argument already. They're average consortium of Premiership signings, in my opinion.
Yeah, and we have had this quite a passionate debate, actually. I think we had the time before.
A few tears flying.
And it actually, weirdly, I think our football philosophy, the two, Livingston maybe reflects yours a bit more than mine.
Probably, yeah.
And Falkirk probably reflects mine more than yours, but just
on this one thing, it doesn't.
On this, yeah, and I love John McGlynn ball. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Falkirk, the way they play football's really good. And I'm not. I can see the benefits in what David Martindale does. I just think sometimes, weirdly, I've seen it enough in football where you've got a team that, you know, like they'll play teams off the park in the Championship, the second tier, play lovely football. They come up, and are they able to do it against more resolute teams, more teams with better players?
They're bigger and stronger. You see that difference when a Championship team plays.
More structure, yeah.
They are bigger, stronger athletes. They really are. You do notice that.
So will Falkirk be able to do that against Hibs, Hearts, Aberdeen, where they were able to do it against Ayr, against Thistle, Dunfermline, etc. Livingston, okay, they weren't quite as eye-catching.
With all due respect, Dunfermline.
With all due respect. Livingston, you've got a manager that's done it for years and years before in that league. You've got players that have Ryan McGowan, Danny Wilson has proper Premiership experienced defenders. They did well last season. Livingston's the sort of core of their success was the fact that they were sort of tight and well structured and defended well. Danny Wilson, Ryan McGowan.
They did play on the front foot this year though, but they've just had experience at the back.
Jerome Pryor in goals, they've kept him.
That's quite a big one to be fair, because he was linked with a few moves.
Prior.
Is that?
Well, he's French, yeah.
Oh, Jerome Prior. But he could have been away.
He's unreal. He's a
very good goalkeeper. They've kept him.
There's lots of him going to Leyton Orient or something.
Yeah, exactly. So.
I said to you before, I wasn't jumping out my seat at the signings of Kamika and Zach Rodden from Queen's Park, and I like Conor McLennan, so I wouldn't keep him in that list as well. But another Championship sort of player, I think he's better than Championship. We've had that chat. We won't go down that one again, but some of the additions, they have started adding better recently. I really like some of their additions over the last few weeks and bringing quality in. So they've got a chance.
Definitely, and
Jimmy Brandon's a big loss to Kelly as well.
Yeah, and as I say this, if they finished 11th, I wouldn't. Yeah. I wouldn't be overly surprised.
That's my tip for the.
I could see them being an 8th, 7th place team that, they grind out 1-0, a 1-0 win against Celtic halfway through the season. They'll play Rangers at Ibrox and draw 2 each. They'll do
very specific this, yeah.
I know.
But I can just see it. Dundee look like they will struggle.
Right, should we move on to our team to finish bottom as well, very quickly? Just reveal it, and then we'll intertwine all this chat. I put Dundee to finish bottom.
So,
I've got Dundee.
I presume that was going to happen. Right, keep talking.
So, I think Livingston will they've got more quality, they're more of a unit. They've got Conor McLennan, as I've said to you at length, I've bored the ears off of you guys. I think, he wasn't the player of the season in Championship last season, but he showed glimpses that he's got genuine quality, and I said to you, I thought he could go to any team in the Premiership really, but obviously, except Celtic and Rangers. He's gone to Livingston, so it is a step up.
Like him and Rob Muirhead, either side of a striker, or Rob Muirhead through the middle. That's exciting.
Robbie Muirhead's been banging in the goals again in the League Cup. And Stevie May, he's maybe not what he once was, but again, experience. Andrew Shinney, Graham Carey signed from St Johnstone. I just think it's been smartly done. They're not going to be pushing for Europe, I don't think. But people, I would imagine, are looking at Livy as, relegation fodder alongside Dundee. I don't think they will be. I think they'll be up there.
I think it's just maintaining that stability.
Yeah. And I think that's what they've got.
Just trying to the objective to stay up. And then once they've trying to secured that.
Yeah.
And David Martindale did come out and say that he was wanting to just kind of continue to play the same style of football.
That's the one thing. That's probably the main thing for me, where things just got really stale and unpretty. I think when Livingston eventually got relegated, it's just year on year it got a bit less enjoyable. Yeah, the way David Martindale spoke in the press wasn't very enjoyable. He was kind of moaning every week, to be honest. And it was nice to see him actually come down to the Championship and take the game to opposition teams, play attacking football. I thought they played some actually really good football last season. Attacking 4-3-3. I'd love to see them go up, and the wingers were so high up. It wasn't a midfield 5, it was a 3, the 3. And if they go up and play like that, they could get stung a few times. But I'd love to see them keep doing that, and that's where they could have success if it does go right.
And they pulled it apart 5-0 towards the end of the season, and they just looked like they really were gathering momentum. I think we did a prediction of the Championship season about February. The three of us had Livingston coming third. Yeah. And then they just gathered momentum. They got a little bit more streetwise. They were picking up points against Falkirk and Ayr. I
thought they looked excellent against Falkirk every time they played them.
And I think they now look like a Premiership team. And they might not have exciting star quality, but Macaulay Tate in midfield. You've got
I really like him a lot.
Robbie Muirhead, Conor McLennan.
They've just signed Aidan Denham as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, Aidan Denham's a good addition as well. So I like that a lot.
They've got. I actually quite like their recruitment policy.
I think it's picked up the last few weeks. So the first couple just got me going I'm not a big fan of it.
I can see why.
I based a lot of my Zach Rudden agenda from his spell at Wraith, which wasn't too memorable, which isn't really too fair. But
I don't think he's
got a couple.
I think he's been signed for depth. I don't think he's been signed to improve.
He's a 4-goal a season striker.
Yeah. And
Except from that one season at Falkirk.
See, for Livingston,
He'll win he'll win
Yeah.
most headers as a Premiership striker. He will. He'll get
if
it
he
there.
scores 4 goals for Livingston this season, coming off the bench, 4 goals for Livingston when they're fighting it against Dundee, Kelly, Motherwell, these teams, the 4 goals is actually quite significant. Robbie Muirhead will get maybe 10, 12, I reckon. Stephen May could pop up with 6 or 7. Conor McLennan will score a few. I think they've got goals all over the sort of front 3 and midfield as well. So anyway, that's my Livingston propaganda.
All I'm going to say is I've never heard someone convince me, and you've done it. I'll give you. You have convinced me, but you somehow convinced me that having a 4-goal striker up front is a good thing. And I don't know how, but he actually has. Goals by committee.
Keep you up for the full set.
At that end of the table, I think
Goals by committee.
We were discussing Giacomakis with the top goal scorer a few seasons ago with 13 goals. So if Zach Rudden gets 4, that's
that's so close to 30.
He's a quarter of the way there. Yeah, a third of the way there, pretty much.
Exactly.
But
So.
you never know.
Sorry,
Zach Rodden, top scorer, 5 goals.
I don't want Livy to finish top 6. I've got no affinity with them, but because I've really gone all out here, all guns
I
blazing.
respect it. We'll come back into the season,
Yeah.
and if you've got this right, then respect it. And they've got momentum, carrying that over from probably more momentum than Falkirk coming into this season.
Yeah.
Which is
They hit the ground, like they went into the
Just stumbled a wee bit.
at the end of the season.
It's the opposite of hitting the ground.
Yeah, I know. So I think you're like, but then I'm just trying to do it.
You like Callum's Livy kit he's got on as well?
Oh, this is
Got the yellow Joma kit. That's
this is Brazil inspired, not Livingston inspired.
yeah. Sorry, I know this. I can't slander the. I love that top.
Was that slander? I thought you were Livingston's #1 fan. I know, it's Brazil. Please let it be Livingston inspired. Right, so we've all said Dundee to finish bottom of the division. So that Livingston, that Falkirk chat probably intertwines a little bit with that. We've said 2 teams I think would be better. I did think about putting Livingston bottom because I'm trying to give Stephen Presley the benefit of the doubt. The League Cup start looks really bad. You look through their 11 from 1 to 11, I suppose. There's not a huge amount. I like Robertson midfield. I like Simon Murray up front, who's getting another year older as well. Can still score goals. I think he's more than a 4-goal striker, but there'll be a lot of reliance on Simon Murray this season if they're going to do it. And just the way things have started under Stephen Presley, I think he'll be going in to Dens Park with that first home league game of the season, probably feeling a bit of pressure already.
Yeah, that's sorry. On you go, look.
That's what I was saying. I was just agreeing with that.
Thank you. Pause for the aeroplane here, and right underneath the airport.
The flight path.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's where I'm just struggling with Dundee. I think they've shown a little bit of fight. I think in the League Cup they had a bad start, but was it against who was it?
They lost to Alba.
Airdrie.
Well, they lost to those two, but in their third game or the fourth game they came back and won in the last minute, and it looked like it was going to be horrendous.
They were down to Bonnyrigg, I think. Or they were drawing against Bonnyrigg at half time, and then they papped Montrose 5-0. So
so they've shown a lot. I know that's like Dundee fans will be screaming at this, thinking that's like the
right now. Fraser's somehow going to try and persuade us that losing to Alloa and Airdrie in the League Cup group stage is a good thing, and I'm listening again. Pull us in again.
It's certainly not a good thing, but a new manager coming in and they've not signed him to win things, of course. So
members' press conference. It's like, I'm not here if you're looking for a man to win the trophies or something like that. What was it?
Buddy. That's what Fraser's alluding to. Love it when you explain the joke. Well, it's funny you say that, Fraser. You would never guess what he said in his press conference.
But yes,
no. But yeah, he's not there to win things.
No.
But
Pop in the playoffs, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Relegation playoffs.
I think it's not. We've discussed how you can't, like, the League Cup is pre-season, so yes, it's a terrible start, but it's not the end of the world. And they've shown glimpses of a bit of character. They've come back from their first 2 losses, obviously 2 poor losses against Airdrie and Alloa, but they've come back. They've got a bit of momentum. Yes, it's the bare minimum, but we'll give them a chance. But I just think, as we said, they've taken up what was an exciting Dundee team with some really good players, and okay, you can't do much about losing Lyle Cameron, Luke McCowan, etc. But they've sort of pressed the implode button by getting rid of Tony Docherty, who was doing good things, and they've not really managed to replace their big star players as yet. They've lost Josh Mulligan as well.
I know he's not a star player, but they've kind of lost a leader in Joe Shaughnessy as well.
Well, exactly.
Well, I think I can't remember what I said in that last podcast where we spoke a bit more in depth. It was 145 goals or something. He's got 125, 145 over the last 2 seasons. I think I can see why there was a bit of frustration with Tony Doherty. But I do like him, but
Yeah, I'm quite passionate about this because
8-0. What was it? Hearts 6-0, 8-0, 5-0, something like that. 6-0.
But that wasn't a
Such
regular
results like
occurrence.
that. Well, yeah, but the amount of goals they did shit was.
Yeah.
It was just getting a bit embarrassing at times, some of those games, and I get it. I think it's harsh on Tony Doherty. I do like him. If you said to me there was, Barry Robson, unfortunately, pulled into an alternative universe and we lost him, I wouldn't mind Tony Doherty being the Rafe Rovers manager.
Of course,
that kind of I'd happily have him. I do like him, so I get it to a degree. Stephen Pressley coming in though hasn't impressed the fans. It might be a case of. But either something works for Stephen Pressley. I do think there's upside to Stephen Pressley. We spoke about that before. If you get to a point in the season where it's a bit of a disaster, it might be a case of how long do they keep him? Who do they replace him with? This is all hypotheticals here. I think that's probably it. You probably get to a point in December where you say, are we going to stick with this process of whatever it's going to look like? How long do you stick with it? And how do you replace him? And who do they replace him with? Or it works. It could work quite comfortably as well. So
I really hope it does work, but I just think Tony Doherty had the luxury of some very, very good players.
Yeah.
And I don't think Stephen Pressley does at this moment in time. They might sign some players between now and the transfer window shutting. Simon Murray's still there, so they've got a leader and they've got goals.
He's
so
massive for winning games of football.
Exactly. So it's
he can
not
turn games around.
Yeah, and that's crucial. I'm sure he'll get more than 4 goals this season as well. So,
Hope so.
They've got that, which at that end of the table is a big thing. But just throughout the team. And as we've said, Lyle Cameron, Josh Mulligan, Luke McCowan, such key players and important players that popped up with goals for Dundee. They don't have that so much now. And Joe Shaughnessy, another leader that they've lost. Okay, I just think their recruitment hasn't impressed me the way that other teams around them has. But we'll see.
So Killie, Motherwell should be comfortable enough. Question
so.
marks, but they should be okay. Dundee United, I think they'll have enough quality that they won't get sucked into it. But the 2 newly promoted teams, a bit more momentum. That's probably just why I put Dundee. It might be a bit of a stale feel around the place going into the season. And that could be difficult to recover from. So players to watch, guys. Who have we gone for there?
Shall I go first?
Just to give our names and then we'll... Just so I can put the graphic on screen. That's the only reason I want you to reveal your names.
Finlay Curtis.
Claudio Braga.
Braga, I've gone for... Could I borrow the scarf?
You may.
This is Fraser's scarf. We're teaming up here.
There you go. Shall we just...
Got the hip scarf in Luke's face.
There you go. You can wear it, Callum.
I'm going for the one and only. The Starman.
Actually, sorry, can I just get a tissue?
Very good, very good.
You needed one.
Yes.
Why do you not bring that?
Carry on.
There's a spider on your wall, by the way.
Oh, nice. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, it's been there for a while.
Alright, well,
Not
it's not a spider from Mars. Like the Starman. Ziggy.
Yes.
Kieran Bowie.
Oh, what?
All links together.
Who did you think?
No. This is funny because my mate Rab sent me a message today for his new song for Braga and it's to the tune of Starman.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, there's Starman playing on the wing.
Go on, sing it.
Do you want me? Nah, I'll pass.
Is there some bad words in there? Is he something dynamite or something?
Yeah, it is. I'll keep it PG for our younger listeners.
I think we used to sing the same song for Rafe Rovers' iconic winger from the League One days, Tony Dingwall, playing Elgin or something like that, little ginger winger.
Nice.
But he was effing dynamite as well.
Nice.
I've got Kieran Bowie. Sorry, after that David Bowie sort of talk.
Yeah.
Man, obviously, as a Rafe Rovers fan, that's kind of biased. Putting a bit of bias in this. Finlay Curtis, I was a close call for him as well. Should we start off with Finlay Curtis?
Happy to, yeah.
I'm more than happy for you to as well.
I know, I'm quite excited about Finlay Curtis. I'm going to give our viewership the wrong impression here with my... Hey, don't disrespect
Luke's just
that.
throwing away the hip scarf.
I know, that's 30 plus years old, that scarf.
So it's rough.
I'm
really not.
Yeah, no, I'm actually really excited. As a Scotland fan, you don't often see Rangers or Celtic giving young players an opportunity.
But Russell Martin has came in and he's done just that.
Exactly, and I'm really quite excited to see him given a run of games he has been so far, and that goal against Panathinaikos was taken.
Incredible.
Yeah, that's
He, just,
enough.
he did just look like a baller there. Like,
He did, yeah.
Really,
And
the way he took that.
really quick. He took it with the outside of his right foot, cut inside. He
Direct.
had no right to, I don't know what was going through in his head. When I'm in that position in a football park, I'm thinking, how do I get rid of this ball as quick as possible? And not into the bottom corner of the net. Is trying to pass it on.
Superb.
I'm looking for a pass, a sort of through ball, anything. But it certainly wouldn't cross my mind to check inside in a Champions League qualifier and dart towards goal and whip the ball round from 25, 30 yards.
Well, it's the excitement you want to see, isn't it? And it's great that Russell Martin, I think we were talking before, knowledge of Southampton's Championship promotion season. I got a bit of it, but see, like the likes Tyler Dibbling was not afraid to just put him in at the deep end, and you know he looked a bit raw at times. Tyler Dibbling as a player when they went up to Premier League as well, but like the quality is obvious to see in Finlay Curtis. Maybe it's a big step up because he's kind of came out of the blue from a first team perspective at Rangers, even if he's a name you've looked at for a while, but certainly being a starter, it's great to see, and hopefully Russell Martin just keeps giving him those opportunities to keep going, because why not?
Yeah,
why not if he's doing that?
It's really exciting from a Scottish point of view to have young players, attacking players like that. You've got Bendo playing on the right. Should get Finlay Curtis if he's playing, so he can play out in the wing or play more central.
Profiles long term as left winger, but he certainly played. He looks the part. Certainly, the goal in pre-season was really impressive as well. Yeah. So long term, I do like. He's exciting.
It's an exciting prospect.
A young player playing for Rangers under Russell Martin, like that, clearly got quality. It's quite exciting, and it's an issue in Scottish football that under 21 players aren't getting the minutes. But so far, from what we've seen under Russell Martin, it looks like he will. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. He looks like a really technical player. And that's one to keep an eye on. And obviously they've lost Václav Černý, not being able to get him back in. So it looks like there's a spot in the Rangers starting lineup. And if also this is a season where sort of Rangers management are looking to just kind of consolidate, get in, sort of establish a style,
embed a few things in there,
then this is perfect. There's not as much sort of riding on the season. Finlay Curtis will hopefully be given a little bit of room to breathe and allowed to make mistakes, but obviously being allowed to flourish like he has done so far this pre-season. So that's why I've gone with him.
I like that. I think it looks like he's got a bit more about him than Ross McCausland as well.
Exactly.
Ross McCausland, to say his name properly. So yeah, I'd love to see him get some opportunities. So right, we'll move on to your shout, Claudio Braga, the Portuguese man. You going to sing the song?
No.
Go on.
Not today. Maybe later.
If he scores a hat trick,
will
you sing it on the podcast? Word for word.
That's it. I'll shake on that.
If you don't sing it, you're not allowed back next week.
That would be sound. Well, would we punish ourselves? All right.
I know exactly.
Right, jump in.
To spite her face.
Claudio Braga. That's true. He's had a good start in the League Cup. Nice goal against Sunderland as well. Yeah, what do you make of the celebration? What do you make of the celebration?
Incredible. I love it. Okay. My Portuguese magician.
I never thought I'd see the whole of Tynecastle going
I
never actually think about it at fourth bench as well.
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
As
I've been outvoted here, clearly.
I love it. If it comes down to an Edinburgh derby at Easter Road and Hibs are winning 3-0, it's in the 85th minute and he scores and he does the Sue, then I'll give my flagging. But
I think stadium bans should be issued to every single fan in that stand that goes Sue in return.
It does sound kind of cool.
It does. It sounds excellent.
It's like when everyone goes Super John McGinn. The whole state is wonder. Oh man, it sends chills.
Can't believe I was jumping at that. But okay.
Anyway, Callum, you're not keen on it.
No, I'm the biggest fan, but good player. Good player.
3 and 4 in the League Cup.
It's going to be a wide player profile, sort of. What position do you see him?
I think he's going to be kind of like your out and out striker, to be honest.
Is he? Yeah. You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh well.
Lauren
Shankland and James Wilson will be on that bench.
But it has been he has played on the wing for previous clubs, but I think it's going to be more of a up front striker kind of role that he's doing.
I think that'd be a four strikers.
Where's he been playing for Hearts so far?
Playing off the left, I think.
Kind of one striker. But
he'll get in there. He'll be in there.
Wing striker.
A wing striker.
Dynamic.
Iconic position. Luke's playing football in the 1950s. You know, he's an inside left. Or something.
Left forward.
He plays the top of one of the M's in the NW formation. Yeah.
I mean, maybe. Listen, I haven't seen enough of Hearts, and you have, so I'm going to trust your judgment.
He looks bright. He could get in and around, get some goals. A man that I think can get some goals this season, as it looks like he's going to be starting number 9 this year up there, is Kieran Bowie. As I say, a player that I've talked to you for a long time. First time I saw this guy play, I don't know if you know this, was 15 years old. Rafe Reserves. Me and my dad used to go down on a Tuesday night. Immediately watched him play. Just been picked up from Glenrothes Strollers, and then go straight into the Rafe Reserve team. Just like the size of him at the age of 15, you're like, how's this happening then? And came for just burst on the scene. 16, John McGlynn chucked him in at the deep end. Never looked back. That run he had for us was phenomenal at the age of 16 because he was built like a man, at the age of 15, 16, bullying players. He was playing as a winger back then as well. But his left foot, the way that guy can strike a ball, the power he could do it with. Got his move down to Fulham, a bit under the radar for a few years. Developed technically. He's came up. He's an out and out striker now.
Was he at Northampton?
He was on loan, yeah. He had a few loan spells, but Northampton he sort of kicked on a wee bit. And he's still young as well. He's a
22, 23.
Great age, yeah. But he's came up, he looks really matured. Got an injury probably the worst time possible last season. Mm-hmm. Kept him out for a while, but came back. Huge goal away to Dundee United as well. The quality he's got, left foot, right foot. I think he's got it all really in his game. And one in the Scotland squad kicking on as well. Probably still do a job out wide if he had to, but I think he's perfect in that system under David Gray. If that's Martin Boyle playing off him, whoever it's going to be, lovely foil, and I think he could be up there. Just needs to probably add goals to his game this season. Yeah, even though he did, get a few despite the injuries last season. But in terms of the goal scoring charts, I think he'd get up there, double figures. That'd be a really good season for him, and one to keep an eye out on.
I'm excited. Again, I just get excited when there's young Scottish prospects getting. Especially with him playing in that number 9 role, is something that Scotland doesn't have a lot of. And he's in and around. Steve Clarke's obviously looking at him because he's now got in the squad back in, was it June or March? It would have been March. So it's very exciting, and he looks like a good player. Obviously you love him, Callum. So
rocket left foot.
He's rocket of a left foot. We love that.
Just the way I don't want to batter on about him playing League One for too long years ago, but you could kind of just see the type of
difference
guy he is.
But there's been plenty of players that have taken their time. Kevin Nisbet, Lawrence Shankland took their time.
He was 16 doing it, so
yeah, exactly. So
I think you saw, and then he went down to Fulham, and they probably decided we're going to mould him, put him in a little cake tin. Perfect striker. That's what they've. A bit like Ryan Owney. I think he was playing left mid for Hamilton when I saw him. Yeah. He's gone down to Sheffield United and say he's going to come out the other end of proper out and out number 9, nothing else. So I like that, and I'm really excited to see him kick on even more. Yeah. So
where do you think he'll fire Hibs to then in the league?
Europe's going to be tough. It will be tough. I think there'll be a good race for third. I really do like him. It's so difficult because you'd look at last season, you'd say you're crazy to not say Hearts third coming into the year, and then before you know, at the bottom of the league in December. Yeah. The year before, you'd be crazy not to say Aberdeen. They're the same thing in relegate. The year before, Hearts again. It's so tough to follow up on a third place finish. But I'll say Hibs.
You're with Hibs and
I would say Hibs.
Kieran Bowie, top goal scorer, or Martin Boyle?
I'll stay the Boiler. I respect him. He's some player, but I think they can both get up there double.
Yeah, the two of them. That's an exciting partnership.
If the two of them get 10 goals each.
Yeah,
happy with that. Goal contributions. Josh Campbell getting in there.
Yeah,
he's always reliable for a few goals. So
that would be a great time to spin that scarf around your head, but look, disrespectfully threw it to the other side of the
I might be a bit of a weirdo here. I mean, might be in the minority. I quite like Hibs and Hearts. I like them both. Both clubs I like. Wow. It's difficult when I speak to Hibs fans and say, I don't mind Hearts, and I've got a few pals in the. I keep identity quiet. The Gorgie Ultras, yeah. I was hanging out with a few of them. All good guys. I really like them, but I don't actually mind Hibs. I've got no issue with Hibs.
No, I'm actually.
I've got really close friends supporting both.
You need to watch them. You're in your day, son.
I know I do.
Who would you support in an Edinburgh derby then?
I'm just
whoever Kieran Bowes playing.
I'm just happy on the fence, honestly. It's a good game. I want football to win.
Yeah,
for me, I like seeing Hibs win. I like seeing Hibs win. I probably had a bit more of a soft spot for Hibs before, and then I've got a few friends that are Hearts fans. I've sat in the home end both and had a very good time. I was probably a bit Hibs more in the past. there was just quite a bit of magic around them like 10 years ago. I quite enjoyed like the Scottish Cup win. Yeah, that had a bit of a soft spot. But even seeing Lauren Franklin score that last minute goal at Easter Road, I was off my seat. I was
What, the one where he
cut in on his left foot and spun it into the top corner.
No, the pie was a 1-1 draw at Tynecastle.
Was it?
Yeah.
But no,
that was pretty.
It was one at Easter Road last minute, picks it up, cuts in his left foot, just wraps it.
Yeah.
Xander Clark launches it.
I went crazy watching that. I was buzzing. So as I say, I've got
the limbs for that goal was good.
It could be hard. So I like Jimmy Talene as well. We don't know what happened at Aberdeen this year. European football will be tough. But anyway, I think that's Premiership chat. Should we put a line under that?
Finito.
Right, we've got a few quick challenges as well.
Let's do it.
Should we jump into extra time?
Yes.
Extra time.
Right, it's extra time. We've got a few challenges to come up. You guys buzzing for this?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely buzzing.
Extra time. Do you like the name?
I love it.
You're on for the name. Right? I think we can trademark that. Let's just trademark all of this.
Yeah.
If anyone wants a Joga Bonito shirt made up, send us a comment and we'll sell it to you.
We have a spare one, yeah.
Can make like a £5 profit or something.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
That's it.
Pay Luke's expenses for the day.
Yeah.
For his hairbrush and stuff.
Yeah.
Pay his expenses, yeah. So you're not making a loss. Right, cool. Anyone wants a Joga Bonito shirt, reach out to us. So, see, Fraser, we're here in your lovely gaff today, and we've not actually acknowledged. Last week we've done Joga Bonito, a shirt of the week.
Exactly.
But we've got is it? Oh, I don't know what's called. A newspaper clipping, a poster.
Well, it is. It's a canvas here just above my left shoulder. Looks like the right.
And it is some get up we're looking at behind you here.
It is, yeah. So this is from the 2002 CIS Cup final.
Wow.
CIS, what would that?
CS Cup, that was the insurance. That was the sponsors of the League Cup.
The League Cup, right.
CIS Insurance Cup final, I believe.
Nice.
The League Cup.
Would have been. What were you doing in 2002, Luke?
Well, I was born in Hardwicke in 2002, so.
Well, well,
Before me.
you're swimming about.
No, not quite. Well, the summer of 2002, you've been...
You were cooking away in the oven.
In your mother's belly, you know. Try not to sound like a weirdo. You know?
So you were cooking away in the oven.
Yeah.
Callum, what were you up to in May 2002?
Oh, well, I was 2 years old, living in London, celebrating an Arsenal double.
Cutting about Brixton. Sorry.
It was Islington now. The youthful Callum, 2-year-old.
Yeah.
Big
Big
Gooner, big Arsenal fan.
Big Gooner. Yeah, those were the days, you could say, Callum. For me, I was a young 4-year-old, recently turned 4. I wasn't
Whippersnapper.
young whippersnapper.
Yeah.
Wasn't allowed to go to the game. Do you know why? Because my father was too busy doing this, sprinting round Hampden.
Yes.
He didn't have a hand spare to hold my hand, so he said to my mother, "You're looking after him for the day. I'm going out for a bit of fun."
So I've never felt worse for the visually impaired or the people having to listen to this podcast right now because they can't see this unreal outfit that your father is donning here.
Bring it.
So we've got he's got a striped top hat on.
Luke's been. Yeah. So here we have.
You're right there, Luke. Put your head up a little bit.
Here we have the caption there. This was in the Daily Record. It says on a cup run. Because he was running around. Ayr were on a fantastic cup run that season.
Yeah.
I think they got to the semis of the Scottish Cup final. Got to the final against Rangers. This was a star-studded Rangers team as well. But anyway, before the match, my father decided to paint himself in black and white. Wear some cow trousers there, carry a flag, or maybe the flag was in. And then he's got a top hat on there, just totally looking like the most honest man in Scotland.
Oh, I see what you've done there.
No more honest man than him that day. And he got snapped by the Paps.
I'm not surprised.
And he made it into the Daily Record. So pretty iconic thing.
Yeah.
So we got it for my Christmas one year. My mum got it blown up onto this canvas.
Brilliant.
So I have to look at that each on a daily basis. But it's a good little.
You've never thought about bringing the costume out yourself?
I'm actually not sure if we have it in completion anymore, but we do. That scarf he's wearing, I wear to every Ayr game.
If Ayr win the league this season, would you do the final episode of the podcast? We'll recreate this costume.
I could actually do a pair of cow trousers, so.
Gladly.
He's got a guy.
You got a cow guy.
My sister's got a what cow costume.
That's right, okay.
So we'll have to get that sorted, so.
But there you go, actually. CIS Insurance, see that?
Has he got a belt on him?
I don't know, actually.
Was that another scarf?
I think that's just another scarf tied around his waist, maybe.
Honestly, that is commitment. What's in his left hand as well? Is that just
I think that's a programme.
I actually thought it was a hip flask at first.
No, I think, well, it could have been. But
brilliant.
you got past the security guards.
So
anyway,
is it black on one side, white on the other?
Black, yeah, he's got the black down the right hand
I
side.
love the
of
sunglasses.
So is that actually
I know, that's so
inside
2002,
Hampden?
their
Or is that
sunglasses.
outside?
No, outside Hampden.
Where would that? How would that be inside Hampden?
I know. How do you sprint round Hampden? Look at the sun as well. And then actually you've got the CIS logo there. It's quite faint, but quite a bit of
What just on my list there?
quite a bit of sort of Scottish football.
Oh, that's a bit of lore there.
Gordon lore there, as they
Unreal.
say.
Well, they don't make fans like that anymore. You don't see them walking around at games, do you?
Not too often. You don't see our United fans in cup finals too often now
You don't
either.
see,
So
don't see Air at Hampden too much. That's Queen's
oh
Park.
God, oh Jesus.
Oh dear.
Right, that was slanting the wrong way and
Yeah.
twisted it even further. I'll do.
Oh,
Yeah,
Right, we've got some challenges for us. I'm
Yes, we
going
do.
to test your trivia again, guys. You really need to start testing my trivia. You guys need to, you need to crack open the history books like me, add up some numbers,
Yeah.
crunch the
I
numbers.
do keep meaning to do it actually, and I come up with ideas and then
forget them.
don't bother. Yeah.
Right. Okay, guys. I want you to know. This was actually requested, by the way, from a TikTok message.
Was it?
Oh, wow.
And I said, thanks for the idea. And then I was like, oh, damn, I better delete that because you guys would see it.
Oh.
So I don't actually have their name.
Oh God.
But thank you to whoever reached out. So they'll see it on
Yeah.
TikTok.
We should say in the comments.
So I was actually gonna send. Oh, like, that's nice. Someone's reached out with a good idea for a challenge.
Yeah.
So I can't remember her name, but we appreciate it.
What was it? Was that a girl?
One of our female followers. Yeah.
Love it. Thank you very much.
One of our 14% on TikTok.
Yeah, that's it.
Don't know, that's it.
We've got the analytics.
Not bad, yeah.
you see.
Or is it what's it called? That Tony Bloom's analytics stuff, eh?
Yeah, that's actually
We've
what it
got that for the podcast.
Yeah, we've got that. Yeah, we reached out to him. Jamestown Analytics. Yeah, that's the one I was trying to 20 Bloom Analytics. So shout out for this challenge, guys. I want you to name top goal scoring defenders in the last 5 seasons of the SPFL.
Oh, that's a phenomenal one. Top 5.
Top 5.
That's a good one.
I'll give you the first one.
Oh no, sorry. Not top 5. Last 5 seasons. That's what I meant to say.
Alright. No, I'll give you the first one.
There's 9. There's 9. Sorry. I want you guys to name the top 9 goal scorers in the last 5 seasons of the SPFL.
Wow. Well, I'll give you the first one, and so you'll be like, no, James Tavernier.
Thanks for the full commentary there. Yeah, this should be the James Tavernier list. We should name it. This is now named the James Tavernier list. 53 goals. He's kind of running away at the top.
play.
Fair play. This is actually going to be quite difficult.
This is just league action, of course.
Interesting. Let's think of some.
You've got a nice mix in this.
What's his name? Wait, it's Marcus Fraser.
Go for it.
No.
No.
I'm thinking it's Celtic's. Greg Taylor scored, and I've got Anthony Ralston's actually popped up with a few. Don't think he's going to be in the top 9.
Probably just not played enough football.
Yeah, but Greg Taylor scored a couple.
Nah.
He's played a lot of football though.
I know, but
And Celtic have scored a lot of goals. Maybe Carter Vickers.
yeah, I was just say that for him. Aye, for him.
Carter Vickers, Callum.
No.
Oh, but
Ralston 6.
He's 6th on the list.
No, he scored 6.
Oh right.
Greg Taylor scored 6.
Right. Okay.
Who's your other guest, St Mirren?
Marcus Fraser.
Marcus Fraser. No.
This is
tough,
we're
like.
already. Stuart Finlay loves a goal, but he's been away for a while.
Aye.
Stuart Finlay.
No.
Alex Dordich.
No.
He's not a defender.
No, he's been playing centre half.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give you that. Let's think of some.
Remember, this is the SPFL. It's not just the Premiership.
SPFL.
I did say SPFL.
Oh, sorry. Of course, so you did.
Josh Allen. Last 5 years. Jesus.
Oh God, this is a. It's quite. It should be easy.
Should be.
There's some good shouts in there. You've got to think goal-scoring defenders. Mostly fullbacks.
Oh, wait.
Mostly fullbacks. That makes sense.
You've got some real flying fullbacks in the SPFL.
Keelan Adams. Not played enough football.
Nah, and he's only scored like 2 goals or something.
Not played enough.
Yeah, he's only been SPFL for 1 season.
Um,
Poor guess.
Joe Benedictus.
No, not a bad shout. He doesn't make it though.
John.
Carl Bendix is 12. 12 goals.
Graham Carey, does he go down as a?
No.
He's not a left winger or something like that, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh my goodness, I'm not doing well here. Think of a good.
Oh my, good golly.
I mean, you've got the only out-and-out Premiership player.
Yeah.
There's been in the Premiership the entire time.
Right, okay,
No
so
Celtic
there's-
or
Or
Rangers.
just tough.
So there's not
Just
going to be any Hibs or Hearts or.
Hearts haven't been in the Premiership
Yeah, okay.
every year for the last 5 years. But I'm not saying there isn't.
James Penrice.
No.
Harry Milne.
Harry Milne, 4th on the list, 18 goals.
There we go.
Quite a few for Cove in there as well.
Good stuff. Jordan McMillan.
No.
There's something I thought of, and I can't remember his name.
How many's Harry Milne in?
18.
And what position was he in?
4th on the list.
4th on the list. So there's a big drop off from.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the
That was
next
obvious, but
the next 2 on the list have done all right, but they're still like half of what James Town has got.
yeah.
Interesting.
So Harry Milne's 4th.
Mm-hmm. A few centre backs on here.
Oh my.
Yeah, big lads get up for a goal. Championship.
Tam O'Brien.
No.
Adam Muirhead.
No. That's a good shout.
Kevin Holt.
Kevin Holt's on there, 5th on the list with 15.
Of course. Oh my god.
He's scored quite a few.
Yeah, he loves a wee. He takes penalties, does he not?
Aye.
Or
I think he has
did
done,
for
yeah.
Dundee United.
So they scored like a hat trick one night.
Yeah. That's a good shout from myself. Kevin Holt.
There's a couple of other championship centre backs in here.
Chadwell fullback.
One of them has been promoted.
Oh,
Before as well.
fullback.
Yeah.
Ryan Strain.
No.
Ryan McGowan.
No.
Danny Wilson.
No.
Callum.
Like, this guy's actually split his goals quite nicely between the 2 divisions.
I'm struggling now being here, by the way.
He's a championship defender right now?
No. The one I'm talking about now.
Is he a Premiership defender?
Yeah.
Centre half.
Mm-hmm.
Cammy Kerr?
No. Centre half.
Centre half.
On the right sort of way there.
Liam Henderson.
No. Not scored enough.
Oh my.
The TikTok's just going to be about 74 different defenders and only 3 correct.
I'd say championship centre backs doing quite well on this list.
Nicky Cadden?
No.
Counting him as a fullback.
He's only been.
Chris Cadden.
No. Nicky Cadden's only been 1 season. Chris Cadden's not scored too many.
Blimey.
Centre back.
When I think championship centre back, to be fair, I do think this guy. So
What?
I think he's gettable.
Paul Hanlon.
No.
Nah, he's not a champion.
Lewis Stevenson.
When I think championship centre back, I think this guy. Not Lewis Stevenson.
Throwing Jesse's out there, to be honest, not really.
Sorry, this is really bad.
You're struggling here.
Yeah, we are actually.
I'll struggle.
We are. Can you give us...
Better here. You've got a pretty, I think quite a legendary, I'm going to use the word,
Legendary.
fullback in League One.
Oh, Colin Hamlin.
No.
For what club?
A League One club.
A League
It's
One.
very League One.
Oh, look, this isn't...
Someone
good for
spoke
us.
about on the podcast as
Yeah.
well.
I'm trying to think. So we've got Stennis Muir.
No, very League One, I'm saying.
Very League One. So Queen is at Alloa.
Could be.
Taggart.
Yeah, I was going to say him,
Scott Taggart, yeah.
Scott Taggart.
Yeah, I was up
15 goals. He loves a goal up
Yeah.
from right back. Right. You've got 1 on the list. You've got 4, 5, 6. And then you've got 3 players tied on 14. 4 players tied on 14 goals. I'm just going to take any 3 of them.
Any 3 of them. Okay.
They're quite difficult. Well, so you've got 1 that's not played, doesn't play in Scotland anymore. He played for a team in the Championship, got moved up to the Premiership, and he was a big centre back. Loved the goal. Quite a difficult one to get. Good penalty taker as well, though. He took penalties quite iconically, in my opinion.
Quite iconically.
In my opinion. But he's maybe not someone you think about until you hear the name, in all fairness. But he was a real goal scorer. He was actually quite high up in the Championship goal scoring in his 1 season in the Championship.
Mm-hmm.
A few years ago now.
What the flip?
And then you got a move up to the Premiership.
Mm-hmm. Up to Livingston.
Not James Penrice.
I've already said him.
Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness.
Big goal scoring centre back. He's a name that, to be fair, you'll hear it and you'll be like, oh, yeah, I remember him.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't around for too long. But in a short spell, I liked him.
From what country? What
I'm
nationality?
not sure. I'll have to check.
Not Scottish then.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, he's Scottish now.
Livingston. So he was a Championship player, got a move to Livingston.
He's English.
This is really quite difficult, Callum, I must say.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's gettable. You have a Championship centre back you should really get that's still playing in the Championship.
What the flip, man?
He's been around the Championship for a while. Big, strong lad in the Championship.
Lee Ashcroft.
No, good shout. He just misses out. The Ashcroft.
That is a good shout, actually. Declan Gallagher, have I said him?
No, not Declan Gallagher. Good shout again.
Oh.
This guy's out and out.
Jack Baird.
Jack Baird.
Really? Is
14
he on
goals,
it?
yeah.
Wow,
I respect that, man.
wouldn't have expected that.
Got another one. One of the players that split his goals between the two plays for Dundee. Defender.
Right now?
Centre half.
Can't think.
Oh, you missed out. Jordan McGee. You missed out.
Oh.
Right. Number 3 on this list. If you know your League 2 goal scoring over the last few years, this is quite tough.
Yes. And an athletic.
It's not who I was going for, but
Is he on
keep
it?
going. Yeah.
Tom Muir.
Tom Muir, yeah. Now, look, he's a centre-back / striker.
Yeah.
But he's on there, of course. 26 goals. He's second on the list. So he does get the advantage of playing up front sometimes.
Yeah.
Next one, he's a left-back. He's since been relegated.
From...
Bonnie Riggs. So I don't think you guys
No,
will
I
actually
wouldn't.
get him, to be fair. We've never mentioned him on the podcast before. Surprisingly, because he is such a good goal scorer at that level, like, surprisingly.
Go on.
It's Neil Martinuke, left-back. 25 goals he scored. So he's third on the list. 25.
Wow.
That's a phenomenon.
Because this, I actually thought about including when we did the one on midfielders, where someone messaged in. I was going to do defenders in this, and I was like, well, Tav will just get in there as well. But then I saw Neil Martinuke, and I was like, he's high up in midfielders as well. Bumping Dylan, he's even further down the list. So, right, I think you guys have just about got it. There's one more place you could get at the bottom. One of the players is Andy Munro. You wouldn't have got.
Oh, defence with Andy Munro.
I say the other one.
He played for Stennis.
So he got his move to Livingston after 1 year. After 1 year at Queen of the South. We're going back a few years here. He's kind of a gettable player. I'll give you a hint as well. He's really tall and black.
Marvin Bartley.
No.
Wow.
I mean, I like how you just heard Queen of the South, Livingston Black, Martin Bartley.
Not really a defender.
I really like this guy as a player. He was kind of fun.
I can't think.
He was kind of fun.
Can't think.
Io Obalai.
Oh, yeah.
You don't remember Io Obalai? Oh, he was unreal.
I wouldn't
Big
go- I wouldn't go him, but-
6'5" centre back, just
Yeah.
like past penalties and
Fits
back in the net.
Livingston's direction.
Oh, he was brilliant. So,
That's a great.
good challenge. You guys did.
That was a great challenge. That was difficult, though.
It was difficult,
I have to
yeah.
say, thank you very much to our viewer. Did you see what team she supported? Did she have was she like Bonnie Rig?
Can't
Was she a
remember.
Martinuke super fan or
I felt like it could have been.
Martinuke season?
Some
What's
names you didn't guess. Dan O'Reilly got 12. He was close. Nicky Devlin's got 11.
that? I really said Nicky Devlin actually. I would have been wrong.
Joe Wright got 10. Josh Graham was on 6. Mark Darnan on 10. Liam Henderson was 11, so not actually that far off.
Mark Dunn and Gregor Buchanan.
Gregor Buchanan 11. Yeah. Stephen Kingsley. Shocked you didn't guess him.
I was trying to throw it there, but then after you had said like there was one that was like I know I was like probably not there.
Ah, bullshit.
Shut
You could have threw that out. What would have happened?
Threw that out.
Threw that out. Oh, now I'm the laughing stock. Right. Look, I think you've got a challenge for us.
Yes, we do.
Right, it was a challenge for Luke.
I'm going to keep this one quick to finish us off
We're
here.
gonna be blind ranking, captain, leader, legend.
Okay. So
Go on.
we're blind ranking SPFL captains.
Yep.
On terms of their leadership.
Yes.
So 1 to 5. Right. We're going to work together here.
Yeah, let's do it.
So first, I'm gonna throw out there Fraser Fivey.
Interesting.
Not someone that I think of
Yeah.
leader. By great player. Leads by example, I'm sure.
Yep.
Solid all-round player, but maybe a bit lower on the list.
I'd go 5.
You go. Can we burn 5 straight away?
I think so.
What happens if he's left one in there to really...
He's not an iconic captain, leader, legend, is he? Maybe he isn't up in the northeast.
He's brilliant for Cove though. He's been so dependable. Could we put him 4?
Go for then.
We'll go for.
Okay. Next up, Joe Shaughnessy.
To be fair, when I do think SPFL captains, he jumps out.
I'd be inclined to go 2 or 3. I would go 3. I think. He's not going number 5. So
No, definitely not. 3.
I would go 3.
I was thinking 2, but if you've got Josh O'Neill in your team, you're not in trouble.
No, of course.
But we'll put him 3. We'll put him 3.
We've got to leave room for
the big dogs.
Big dogs.
The Luke sisters come up. The big dog.
Next up, we've got Trade Gordon.
Now we're talking. That's got to be 2.
Yeah, we can't put him 5.
You could. No, definitely not 5. You could. He is a captain, leader, legend at Hearts. I think.
Oh, maybe would have.
Could go.
Well,
1.
captain. Nah. I don't think he's a captain. He's not.
No.
He's not even the Hearts captain. So.
He was before Shankland took the captain.
He has been, but then again, he's not. He's not an imposing.
He doesn't shout at me. I would probably would have put him 3 and Shaughnessy 2 if I could go back. But he's not like an imposing captain at all, is he?
He's been there, done it. He's 22, 24 years of.
He's been there, done it. Another one that leads by example.
Yeah.
A legend, of course.
Yeah.
In terms of leadership, we'll put him 2.
I'd go 2.
Does that leave us 1 and 5?
1 and 5.
It's a risky place to be, but we'll do it. Okay.
I love it.
Right. Next up, I've got Stephen McGinn.
Stephen McGinn.
5.
I think it has to be 5, but that's really harsh on him because you'd probably. Why can't I speak today? Probably be higher up the list. But we'll go 5. I think there's.
Seems like a good guy as well.
Are you sure about that?
We've got to leave it open in case of a Tav or a McGregor.
He's possibly really throwing us under the bus here. This better be Scott Brown to finish this list.
Yeah. Are you sure?
Well, absolutely.
Don't do us like this.
Locked
Luke.
in?
Yep.
Locked in.
Who's our final player?
David Gray.
Oh, that's.
By the way.
Done well.
Yeah, you've done very well.
We've done very well.
But that list overall,
How many?
I'm very happy with that.
So David Gray, first place.
Yep.
Craig Gordon, Josh O'Neill, Fraser 5e, Steve McGinn. You know what? I don't think I'd change that list at all.
Would you not?
Don't
I'd maybe
think
go Stephen McGinn above Fraser 5.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just.
I'm fine with
that's
it.
maybe going on sort of level of captaincy. Fraser 5's won the Scottish Cup though with David Gray.
That's true.
Stephen McGinn's won quite a few championships.
Yeah. So,
David Gray, my captain.
yeah.
Lock at number 1. Get that scarf back in. Right, boys. That's the episode of Joga Bonito. In the bank.
Another one, yeah.
That's all our prediction done for the SPFL.
Mad.
Now the question is, do we come back for a Loading League preview?
I
It
think-
started.
I
But
think we could
maybe do
There's
it.
room for that, isn't there? There's,
Yeah, but I've
has it
enjoyed-
actually already started?
Yeah, it was.
we're not doing Loading League preview. This guy's there's
Sorry, I
nothing.
didn't realise. Sorry, no,
Yeah.
I was so caught up in the League Cup
Yeah.
furore and excitement.
Yeah, start this weekend. So a few big results around there. So
You see Cammy, our TikTok pal Cammy?
Mhm.
Or is it Cammy who gave us a shout out?
Cammy, shout out to Cammy on TikTok.
He predicted all the league winners from the Highland and Lowland League up to the Premiership. Guess who he had to win the Lowland League?
Loading League.
Was it Kelly Bruce?
No.
Is that your final answer?
No, I'm gonna guess Clydebank.
You think Clydebank? He did in fact predict the Caledonian Braves to win the Lowland
Oh
League.
wow, there you go. He's done his research.
And he had Brora Rangers to win the Highland League.
That'll be something. Yeah. Well,
East Kilbride League 2. Guess who he had League 1?
Queen of South.
No.
Oh.
Inverness.
Fraser 5 will be happy.
Cove Rangers.
He had Cove Rangers.
Wow.
Then he had Ross County and Celtic. So
Well,
maybe we should do.
Cammy, sorry for completely ruining your video there for anyone that watches it. Spoiler alert.
No, well, it's a bit of an older one. I think he did it a few weeks ago.
Okay, that's fine then.
I'm just.
We'll shout.
It's not irrelevant.
We'll give our shout out to Cammy here.
It was good. It was a good video. Go and check it out.
Talks a lot of sense, that guy.
It does talk. Yeah.
Apparently we do. I didn't know that.
I know.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen
I
that.
thought we talked a load of waffle to be honest.
think
Well,
you-
especially me.
I think you watched the episode that you were on holiday.
Yeah, probably.
It was being Callum.
Yeah.
Short trial of me being on.
No, he said he listens to them all, which is good. So
Yeah, well,
Maybe
thanks
a
very much.
shout,
Tim,
big
but-
shout out
Thanks,
there.
we could maybe do now that we've done our lot of predictions. We could do a big ACCA, a Joga Bonito ACCA.
I'm on for that, by the way.
Put all the
Big
teams
money.
that we've predicted to win the league.
Gamble responsibly.
We're about to go to. Actually, we can't say. We're about to go to a betting website sponsored event to promote a betting company. Look, so you better get used to say gamble responsibly.
Of course, gamble responsibly.
But yeah, we actually, on that note, we've got a car to get into.
Gamble responsibly, unless you've had 2 pints. No, I'm kidding. Sorry. Terrible mantra there.
Drink responsibly.
You bet all your money, just work harder.
Right, that's our chance of getting sponsored out the window. But yeah, that's another episode of Joga Bonito.
Finito.
Exactly, yeah. No, that was really good fun. I enjoyed that, boys.
Very much so.
fun,
Right.
yep.
We'll be back soon.
Celtic to win the league, Dundee to go down.
Yep, that's it.
Heard it here. Probably not
Hearts
first.
to come first. Third.
Firth.
I don't know what it.
Right. We'll see you later.
Don't know changing.
You're a long way from home. This is Brazil.